Well, hello my friends. This is Jay, and this is Jay's Knit and Purl Jam. And I'm so glad you stopped by today. I'm so excited. I just had this most wonderful experience today. So I rushed home and I thought I'm gonna make a quick little video just so that my YouTube friends, well, first of all, to give you some information and to let you know what a fun day I had. Well, you know I'm in the middle of Jay's Glad Bag and kind of, trying to find new homes for some of my stash. Stash that I've had a long time. I know I'm not going to do that type of knitting or crocheting anymore, and I have so much new yarn, it's just everywhere, so I need to be able to put it up. And so I've been trying to find new homes. And you know what? I forgot to share this. A great place to start is your local library. I just simply went on to Google and Google libraries in my area and just asked, put in there if they had knit groups, knit or crocheting groups that met there. And I'm telling you, just several came up, just one after another, in my local area. So I got on the phone and I called and found out which days and what times of different ones. And I thought I'll start with the ones that's closest and then I'll work my way out. Because like I say, this Glad Bag thing, I'm so excited about it. It's hard, but we can do it. So I spent a couple of days putting together a bag because one of the groups that was close to me, they was meeting on a Friday morning. And I thought, well, that would be perfect. So I started the week going through, and I'd just be honest with you, I'd put it in the bag and I'd take it out. I'd put it in the bag, and then the next day I'd look at it and I'd take some out. Oh, it just went on and on. And I mean, I've got, when I'm taking it down and off the shelves, of course, to keep my yarn from, I don't have any pets or anything, but I want to keep it nice, so I put it in big old pretty, big trash bags just to have it off the shelves. Then I go through it to put it into the Glad bags. I try to put things that kind of go with each other. I just don't just randomly just throw stuff in a bag and go. I try to think, like, if I have a lot of pinks, maybe 2 or 3 different color shades of pink. People might like to do Afghans. If I have blue, a couple shades of blue, greens, maybe some greens and variegated greens, or something that's going to kind of excite people. So, after I finally worked on that a while, this is what you have to do. I'm trying to give you some little tips. Okay, so finally I got it out of my trash bag, in the house here where I just kept it because I didn't want to, get all over, and then I couldn't remember what was what. Then I put it into Glad bags, and then I put the Glad bags in my car. So that night when I finished about 10 o'clock or so, after taking it in and out, I went ahead and put the Glad bags in my car. Click, click, locked the car. And it was late at night. And so I locked the car because I knew I was going out, to this Friday morning class. So and then I wouldn't take any more out. And I said, okay, I've got 2 nice bags because I really didn't know. And I thought, well, I don't know what is, I just noticed I had fallen into, I'm not depressed or anything, nothing like that. I don't have time. But you know, I just wasn't into meeting people anymore. You know, after my friend died, and I kind of stayed in my house, you know, and really just know you on the YouTube and enjoy so much your company. And it takes all my time just to get the videos made, filmed, and get them up. But then, I don't know, along with it, kind of a little, I can tell that I miss just my groups or just being a part of something. So I thought, okay, I'll take this yarn up to the group and just kind of get a feel of them. And if I feel like this is not for me, nothing against any, you know, then I'll just either leave the yarn or, look, I'll go in first, and if I don't even like it, look, I'll take my yarn somewhere else. Yes, I said it. But, so I went to the group, and I'm telling you, it was amazing. I met the nicest group of ladies, I'm telling you. They were so nice, and there was, oh, I guess I didn't take a count. There must have been, what, 15 or so there today. And they were saying on some days, they can have as many as maybe 30 or 40 people there. They have it's such a large group. And I said, really? And so, you know, I talked and I met everyone, and everyone was very cheerful, and I looked, and it's a crafty group. It's not just completely knitting and crocheting. There was cross stitchers. There was people doing cross stitch, of course, and there were people doing tatting. Let me see if I remember. Oh, and then there were some loom knitters that came in. One lady, she really teaches loom knitting to other groups in other locations, and this was just one group that she comes by on this Friday and teaches. And so she was sharing, they were doing loom knitting, and it was exciting. And then there was two of the cutest Japanese ladies. They were so cute, and they were doing tatting and really fine handwork. Oh my gosh, everyone was working on something. And of course you had your knitters and your crocheters too. So I'm just so excited. So by the end, you know, look, I didn't want to go in there and I just simply said I had some yarn, and if they were interested in some donated yarn. Well, they were excited. They weren't picky, and, you know, they weren't snobs. They just like, you got yarn? And I said, yeah, I'm redoing my yarn room, and I was on my way to the Goodwill, and then I found you ladies, or I found the group on Google, and I thought I'd bring it by just to see, you know, if y'all might like this donation. And I'm telling you, they helped me. They went out to the car with me because I didn't take it in right away. You know, I had to go in there and scope it out. I'm good at that. And so they went out to the car with me, and we brought it in. I'm telling you, they just went through it. I said, now, this is just yarn that I had a long time ago when I used to do Afghan. It was just the old classic Red Heart. If you go back and look at my room tour, the very first video that I did, that my son filmed, and you'll see the wall, and you'll see the Red Heart up on the shelves. Well, by the end of this video, since I've taken all that yarn out, I bought that yarn at the time I was redoing my room to make it from a painting studio to a knitting studio, and for him to film it, I wanted the shelves stocked full of pretty yarns and all colors and all that. So I just bought that yarn from Walmart or wherever. It was yarn I had, and then I bought some extra yarn just to fill in. It was to make the room complete. So when I was done, I'd have a pretty room. That wasn't my yarn stove. It wasn't intended to be that. But now that I have found a new home for brand new, it was still brand new yarn, Red Heart. Now, at the end of the video, I'll put up the old pictures. I'll go through my picture file. I'll put up the old pictures so you can see how it looks with the old Red Heart. And then now you'll see what happens when you find new homes, new loving homes for your yarn. And I'm telling you, they were excited. Then I'll show you how it looks, how the wall of my yarn looks now, where the yarn that I like to knit with now, as I'm doing sweaters and things and sharing on the YouTube. My Vanna, and yeah, some of that old Michael's yarn. You know, I had bought so much, so I got it up there, but that doesn't mean I'm on, you know, but I still need more room, but at least I have, it's a start. And so I did 2 birds with 1 stone. I found homes, loving homes for my yarn, and now you'll see how once you clean out a spot, you can put up new stuff. I just wanted to share that because I'm so happy. So when I got home, I was so happy. I had other bags to take with me, but like I said, didn't know. You don't know if people are going to be, you know, if they're going to be yarn snobs or, you know, look at me like, well, who are you? So this was one bag that I didn't take. I didn't take this bag. I just thought, well, I'll hold on to it. Let me see if I can pull my chair around. I thought, well, I'll hold on to it and see, you know, sometimes I do overkill. Sometimes I overkill things. I take too much. So I thought, well, I'll get home and make a film of this bag and just let you show the kind of things I put in the other bags. So let's get started on Jay's Glad Bag. Oh, and look, I'm wearing one of my vests. I'll put the link down. You got to check it out. I think it's episode 65. Jay's Crochet Simple Summer Shell Vest Tutorial. Isn't it pretty? Fits so nice. Looks pretty. So, Glad Bag. Here we go. Beautiful bag. Okay. Like I said, this is just the red heart that I took down that I was finding new homes. So it's just standard red heart, but I'm just going to show you the bag because it's just fun. Well, here we go. Red heart, of course. This is just some plain Aran color. Just some ivory color. And I'm just going to kind of put it over here real quick. I'm just going to run through. Look at this. These were just brand new. Never did use them. They've just been on the shelf year after year after year. But I couldn't put my new yarn up. The yarn that I really want, that I really use now. So here's a beautiful color. Look at all these pretty colors. Cornmeal. And when I would buy the yarn, you know, I always bought in skeins of 4. So I had 4 of at least all these colors. More, some colors more, but at least 4. So I had a lot. Oh, now look at this one. This is really pretty. I know someone said they liked green. This is Honeydew. Now, isn't that pretty? I really love this color. I took it out. Put it in. I took it out. But I'm so excited to meet the new ladies in this new group, and you know, it wasn't my intention. It was just my intention to go take yarn. But I decided I want to be a part. It was so exciting. They were so nice. So there's that. See, I had more than one skein of the Honeydew. This is just Red Heart Classic now. You know, back in my Afghan days. See, there's more of that. So I try to give at least a couple of skeins or something, or that it kind of goes together. Now look at this. See, like here is a beautiful. This had been one of my favorites. This was watercolor. I mean, you remember that. See, now that goes with the Honeydew. I think I have the purple in here too, or lavender color. I'll just kind of hold this a minute. See, I do try to think before I just throw something randomly in a bag. I do try to match it up a little bit. You know, now isn't that pretty? Look at those colors. Nothing wrong with it. Brand new yarn. Just never use it. It was just for the pictures. It was just for the video. Because I wanted my room to look pretty when he took, oh, another one. Oh, I had him start to knit something with this. Let me show you. I started to knit something. Looked like a sleeve. I wanted to see how the stripes would form. Look at that. I started to knit a sleeve. Let me hold it down here. Apparently I was going to knit something. See, I was going to work on a sweater, I guess. That's before like I said, this has been years ago. But of course now I don't use this yarn for garments. And then here's a couple of skeins of this beautiful, let's see. Oh, periwinkle. Periwinkle blue. Isn't that pretty? So there's a couple of skeins of that, brand new, never used. Okay, so you put that over there. And then, so see, now I grabbed a couple of skeins of this. Like I say, I took it down and I didn't realize how much was up on the shelves. I had at least 6 garbage bags full of yarn that I could then later go through and put it in, you know, kind of separate it out. This is just Royal. I remember using this. I made several gifts out of Royal Blue where I did, you know, your ripple. It made a beautiful ripple. I know I gave a gift to someone, but I made her a beautiful ripple Royal Blue afghan for her bedroom, and it was a young lady that was going off to college, and it was a beautiful, really a pretty stitch. It worked out beautiful. I wasn't into too much of the mixing. Usually I just like solid colors with a long fringe. Love the fringe when I did napkins. Then I came across, I guess at one time, you know, I was probably when I was in the knit shop or when I was with other groups, you know, I got in a little bit into baby things. Not much because I don't have any grandkids, or, you know, I don't have a reason to make baby things. But, you know, hey, you see the yarn on sale, you just grab it because you think you're going to make, well, I might make baby hats, or I might make little baby socks and baby booties. And nah, that's not me. And I never did get around to it. So this was just some pink. I guess I started something on that. Just a pretty pink. So it was in good shape. Nothing was wrong with it. Like I said, I don't have any pets, or I don't have pet hair or stuff like that. Look at this. This is Peyton's Be Mine. I don't know if you remember this yarn when it came out. It's really pretty. It's great for baby blankets. It's kind of a chenille looking yarn. Kind of a chenille looking yarn, but it would make a great pretty baby's blanket. And I was trying to see if I bought this at Big Lots one time when they used to every once in a while. I believe I did. I believe I got this at Big Lots, and I had several bags, but I'm down to this one bag, and I have several colors. I believe I had a bag of yellow somewhere, but I think I've either given that away over time, or it still might be under the cabinet. But for right now, one lady, I remember somebody said they wanted some baby thing. You know, baby yarn if I had that. Because I went around and asked, you know, several of them, you know, give me an idea, because I'm going to be continuing to just go down my stash, try to, and, you know, they kind of gave me an idea of what they might like or what they could use. So that's nice. Look. Boop, boop. Okay, so there's that. And then I ran across, last but not least, I ran across this big bag. Remember when Joanne had Sensation yarn? That was one of the brands they replaced with their brand. Or it might still be there, I can't remember. But you know, they bought in the big twist. So some yarns, just to get it on the shelves, they stopped some brands. But this was brand new. And look at that. These are big. Let's see. Oh, there's 615 yards in this. Of course, it's just acrylic, but it's great for babies because you have to wash their stuff. You know, just to keep things clean, you got to wash. And it had 615 yards. So I have a variegated. I don't think it stripes out. I don't know if it stripes or not. I don't have the label on it. And then I have some other that I think came from Big Lots also. So I've kept it all in plastic bags. So I'll probably take this and see if anyone wants this next Friday. What do you think? Well, I'm excited. Like I said, I was just planning to go to the Goodwill and just leave it or something. And like I said, once I found out about the group, I thought, well, I'll just ride through and kind of see how it works out, and man, I'm glad I did. So I'm so excited to let you know, all my friends on the YouTube, that now Jay's gonna join back a group. And so perhaps after I kind of get to know everyone and settle in and you know, have things to work on, and as they finish projects, maybe they'll let me film them and share it with you. What do you think of that? And what do you think of Jay's Glad Bag? I'm telling you, it has made all the difference. I think in me, I got out of the house. I got room for my new yarn. Now I just need to figure out, I still got a lot more to go, but one step at a time. And at least I didn't take any out of this bag. And don't forget, once you decide, put it in your car right away. Well, I just wanted to share it with you, and now I'll share some pictures so you can see how my space, not a room tour yet because it's still a mess. I've got stuff pulled out everywhere, but at least I have one little, good clue. If you're like me and you want to clean or something or do something, take pictures in. They just become file pictures, and then that way you'll always have it, and you can always kind of say, well, I do remember when that side was clean, or I remember when that so I'll just share my pictures with you. So this is Jay, and this is Jay's Knit and Purl Jam, another glad bag segment, and I just wanted to share it with you. So until we meet again, see ya!